Rick and Morty Season 8 Episode 9 just introduced one of Rick's greatest inventions of all time. One of Rick's most comically pointless inventions gets revived in the post-credits scene of Rick and Morty Season 8, Episode 9, as an unstoppable force meets an immovable object for a fantastic laugh. In Morty Daddy, the 9th episode of Rick and Morty's 8th season, Morty hesitantly re-establishes his relationship with his half-Gazorpian son, Morty, Jr., who is eager to see his mother. Rick and Summer are shown in the B-plot exploring a novel interdimensional eatery that anticipates your food preferences. The restaurant predicts what its patrons will order depending on their appetite by using PreCogs and the style of the Minority Report. Important supporting characters from the A-plot and the B-plot get together for a hilarious scene in the episode's post-credits tag. PreCogs are used by a future police force in Minority Report to anticipate crimes before they occur. However, Rick and Morty find a far more commonplace application for the PreCogs' amazing powers. They are able to determine the exact dish that a restaurant patron who is having trouble deciding what to order is craving. In order to use the PreCogs as his personal maids, Rick kidnaps them. The PreCogs wind up on Rick's trash moon at the end of the episode, where Morty brought his son to meet the abandoned sex robot that gave birth to him. The PreCogs reopen their restaurant on this moon, serving every idea Rick threw away. They finally square off in the post-credit sequence. Rick's Devil's Advocate bot, which we first met earlier in the episode, is tasked with challenging what he has been told and putting up a counterargument. They thus find themselves in a vicious cycle of argument when he objects to the cuisine the PreCogs inform him he wants to order. The combination of these two jokes is ideal. Throughout Rick and Morty's tenure, Rick has created a number of amusing devices, but they typically have a function. Even though the butter robot was designed only to move butter across the dining table, it's still helpful for those who want the butter but are unable to reach it. However, the Devil's Advocate bot is merely unpleasant and has no use. It just takes a contrarian stand on anything that is brought to its attention, including its own lunch order. It's hilarious that he ever made it in the first place, but it's no surprise that it wound up on Rick's trash moon in the most recent Rick and Morty episode.